A North Carolina town is getting a lot of attention after it decided to put future solar farms on hold. And the comments reportedly made by residents in that town have now gone viral.
Yeah, wait till you hear about it.
Yeah, what happened was we had already had three, and that would have been surrounding us, you know, talking with the board, the planning board, the town board, and the majority came to the town meeting to voice their opinion that they didn't want
I
a
didn't
fourth.
want so many around our town because I felt like that the land could be used for other things. You know, we're a big agricultural area, and I felt like the citizens of the town weren't really getting anything.
So we accepted the first one, and then the second one, and then the third one, and then we said no to the fourth one.
Woodland is a town. It's a small rural farming town, basically. It's a little over 800 residents that live here. You know, we're working on just trying to make a comeback, but right now there's very few businesses. We have 6 churches in town, and they're holding their own, so to speak. You know, we've had probably, I think, like 13 businesses that are in town. So it's not a lot here, and certainly there's a lot of room for improvement, and that's what we're working on, is trying to build up the economic development here. You know, we have this power station, substation, on the north side of town, and it's a perfect place in a rural community such as this for solar farm companies to want to come in to build these large solar farms, because they generate money, they generate energy, which of course is a very important thing. And it's also good for the landowners because they're able to rent out those properties for, you know, a good amount of money. They certainly do make money off of it.
I was okay with, you know, a couple, but to have so many in our area, I just felt like the land could be used for other things and something that could benefit the community more.
I don't see any harm in the community, and I think that it's a great thing. I just wish the town could bring some other kind of business in the town that would make it grow and get back on its feet.
Yeah, they offered us $7,000 for training and security purposes. My opinion, I would have loved to have seen it because we do need some source of income. This is a small town, and we're striving to do better, but the income is not that great here.
The first solar farm application was for land directly across the street from our home, and so I wanted to encourage it. I have no problem with it, and I applaud other, alternative forms of energy to the old ways.
The first one that was pitched, you know, the town had no problem with it. The second one was fine, and the third one was fine. The issue, when I say that they were all on their own merits, is that the town took a look at where the properties were located. One of the concerns that the town was concerned about was the fact they didn't want these solar farms just up where they were visible to anyone and everyone. They wanted them in a way where they were conspicuous to people. They couldn't see them at all. They were far off the road and things of that nature.
When people come from out of town and they come into Woodland, that's the first thing they're going to see.
Yeah, and what's the incentive to build a house here if we're surrounded by solar farms?
Our new zoning map kind of displays the locations of each solar farm. And this would have had us surrounded all the way around the 258 one.
That next meeting, when I was sworn in along with Pat Liverman and Cecil Harkey, that was at our December 3rd meeting, December 3rd, 2015. At that meeting, they made their pitch, explained what they wanted to do, showed the new diagrams of what they had intended to do with regards to adding additional plant life, trees and shrubs and so forth. So we really were going to have solar farms on all 4 compass points of the town of Woodland. And that was just something that the folks were not happy with at all.
You had people who were interested in it. You had people who were not interested, you know. But as the town council, then we had to know both sides and then decide what was best for our town with the situation as it was.
And there was a number of people that stood up in opposition to it. Then the petition that had been circulated, the commissioners felt that we are here to serve the people, so we thought it best that we vote against rezoning the area so the solar farm could come in.
At the meeting, we were speaking how we felt. You know, this was a feeling thing. And, you know, when you're protected and you feel protected, anything that comes in that's different, you want to know all the details. So that when people ask you, well, you're the one that said, you know. And so all I did was ask questions. What can they do? What is it that would make our community safe by having them? What will we, the community, receive? Like I said, I left without anything being answered.
We had a lot of negative publicity when this first aired. In fact, it went viral. Went all over. We had comments and responses worldwide.
Misrepresentations just made it go viral all over the world. And like things that he said were said, they were not. And to be on the safe side, they did listen to the tape recorder to be sure that it was not said as he interpreted it.
Well, clearly, I think the media got it all wrong. I mean, and they weren't even close. The only thing they got right is that it was the town of Woodland and that we talked about solar farms, and that fact that we had denied one location, one parcel of land to not be rezoned. But it hit the internet, it hit Reuters, and it went viral, and it went global. And before we knew it, we were getting phone calls and emails from as far away as Germany, Russia, the United Kingdom, China, Australia, and New Zealand, as well as every state in the Union. And I think part of the thing that made it so bad was the fact that the way the newspapers started picking it up, other newspapers and other reading sources started saying that, you know, this little small town in North Carolina decides solar farms are going to suck up all the sun's energy. And it came right on the heels of the big international summit that they had in Paris, France, where all of the world leaders were talking about the fact that, you know, we have to try to do something with regards to global warming, and we need to find other sources of energy other than burning fossil fuels. And of course, you know, using solar energy is a really great renewable source. It's clean energy, as everyone knows.
I think that's probably a good message to everybody is that you can't believe everything you read on the internet or in the newspaper. You have to dig a little deeper, find out your facts.
We embrace solar energy and all of those things, but we're looking to try to create partnerships with any kinds of businesses or commercial businesses or whatever the case may be. We're going to take this and we're going to turn what they consider to be a bad thing into something good.